In this video, I'm going to show you how to take two men's shirts and turn them into a dress with a ruffled skirt using this as my inspiration. For this refashion, I'd recommend that the shirt you use for the top fits you comfortably across the chest, and that the shirt for the bottom portion is as big as you can find to get enough volume for the gathers. I'm using a men's size medium for the top and a men's large for the bottom, which doesn't give me a lot of fabric, but I liked the way the two patterns look together, so I'm going to see if I can make it work. So let's get started. First, we're going to disassemble the shirt for the top of the dress. If you have pockets, remove them by carefully unpicking or seam ripping. Then remove the collar. I unpicked mine, but you can just as easily cut it off. Try on the shirt and mark where you want the skirt to start and where you want the ruffles to start on the sleeves. Add 1/2 inch for seam allowance, then mark and cut the shirt and the sleeves. To cut the second sleeve, fold the shirt in half and use the cut sleeve as a pattern. Mark the neck scoop about 1/2 inch above the first button, then draw a curve up to the neck opening. You may want to try the shirt on before cutting to see if you like the way it looks on you. Once you're happy with it, fold the shirt in half by lining up the button plackets and cut the neck opening. To cut the bottom section of the shirt, remove both the button plackets and the side seams. Fold the back of the shirt in half, then line up the front and back hem flaps. Cut the neck bindings 1.5 inches wide from the hem flaps. Then square off the ends of the bindings. The total combined length should be enough to go around the neckline plus seam allowance and at least 1/2 inch extra at the ends. Mine came to 1.5 inches wide by 25 inches long, but your measurements may vary. To cut the skirt ruffle, divide the remaining fabric in half and cut into 2 strips. Mine were approximately 6.25 inches wide and 71 inches long in total. Now we're going to disassemble the second shirt, which will be used for the skirt portion of the dress and the sleeve ruffles. First, remove the pockets if you have them. Remove the cuffs by cutting or seam ripping. Then remove the sleeves by cutting close to the shoulder seams. Cut the underarm seams so that the sleeves can lay flat. Then cut off the front plackets. To cut the sleeve ruffles, fold the shirt in half, lining up the cut edges. Mark and cut a strip 5 inches wide from the hem flaps. Then cut the edges at right angles. You should have 3 rectangles, 1 from the back and 2 from the front of the shirts. The lengths for mine were 1 section 5 by 19 inches and 2 sections 5 by 10 inches. To cut the main skirt, measure 18 inches from the bottom of the shirt and cut parallel to the hem. Cut the sides at right angles from top and bottom to form 3 rectangles. Stack the 2 sleeves, making sure to align the 2 button plackets. Cut the largest 18-inch long rectangle you can manage to make 2 more panels for the skirt. For the neck binding, sew the sections of the binding together. Then finger press the seams open. Pin the binding to the shirt with the right side of the seam binding facing the inside of the shirt and making sure to leave at least a 1/2 inch overlap at the button plackets. Sew into place with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Trim the seam allowance and clip the curves in the neck area if necessary. Check the seam to make sure it can move freely. Iron a fold 1/4 inch from the edge of the binding all the way around the neckline. Then fold again, making sure to cover the seam and press, then pin into place. Sew the end of the binding by turning it inside out and sewing along the edge of the placket. Trim the excess seam binding and the corner. Turn inside out, making sure the corner is nice and sharp, then repeat on the other side. If your button is close to the seam like mine, use a zipper foot to get in close. Top stitch the binding to the right side of the shirt, staying close to the fold all the way around. To assemble the sleeve ruffle, first join the two shorter sections together, then sew the main side seams and finish the raw edges. Pin the seams to one side so they don't get twisted. The two ruffles should be approximately the same size. Next, we're going to hem the ruffle because it will be easier now than when it's attached to the sleeve. To sew a rolled hem, fold the fabric a little less than 1/4 inch, then fold it again and sew along the fold. Keep folding and sewing all the way around until you reach the starting point, then back tack. To gather the fabric, starting at a seam, sew around the ruffle using the longest stitch length on your machine. Sew as close to the edge as you can, and stop before you reach the starting point without back tacking. Leave the threads long and repeat with the other ruffle. To sew the ruffle to the sleeve, make sure that the shirt is right side out and the ruffle is inside out, and tuck the sleeve inside the ruffle so the right sides face each other. Line up the seams on the underarms and loosely pin the ruffle to the sleeves. Pull on the bottom threads to gather the ruffles until the length of the ruffle matches the size of the sleeve, then distribute the gathers evenly. And pin into place. Sew the ruffle to the sleeve on the side with the ruffles so you can adjust them as you sew if necessary. When you reach the beginning of the seam, back tack to secure. Trim the seam allowance if the two sides are uneven. Then sew the top and bottom together with a zigzag stitch to finish the raw edges. To help the ruffle lay flat, you can iron a crease into the sleeve, then top stitch on the front to hold the ruffle in place, but that's optional. Next, we're going to sew the skirt panels together with the largest panel in the middle. This will go in the front of the dress with the smaller panels at the sides and back to avoid having a big seam in the front, unless you want that look. Sew the panels together at the sides and finish the raw edges using your method of choice. I want to keep the seams as small as possible to give the skirt more volume, so I'm using a straight stitch with a 1/4 inch seam allowance and a zigzag stitch to finish the raw edges. After all the panels are sewn together, sew the last panel to the first to form a cylinder. Pin or iron the seams to one side so they don't get twisted. To gather the skirt, use the longest stitch setting on the machine. Starting at the side seam, sew a row of stitches as close to the edge as possible all the way around the skirt. Do not back tack. I often use 2 rows of stitches, but because there's not a lot of volume in the skirt, I'm going to use a single row instead. Sew all the way around the skirt until you reach the starting point and leave the threads long. Pull the bottom gathering threads until the width of the skirt matches the width of the top. Then fasten the threads by wrapping them around a pin. Distribute the gathers evenly. To sew the skirt to the top, first remove the button if it's close to the raw edge like mine, then pin the plackets together. With the skirt inside out, tuck the top part inside so that the right sides face each other. Pin the skirt to the top so that the largest panel is centered in the front. Sew the top to the skirt, starting at one of the underarm seams. When you reach the beginning of the seam, back tack to secure it. Check to make sure the gathers look good, then remove the gathering threads. Trim the seam allowance if the two sides are uneven, then sew the top and bottom together with a zigzag stitch to finish the raw edges. Like with the sleeve, you can iron a crease in the top and stitch it to the skirt close to the fold to help the skirt drape better, but it isn't necessary. Piece the sections of the ruffle together so that the two larger sections end up on the front and back of the dress and the smaller sections are at the sides. Sew the panels together and finish the raw edges with your method of choice. I'm using a zigzag stitch again and pinning the seams to one side so they don't get twisted. Sew the first panel to the last so you have one long continuous loop. To hem the ruffle, use a rolled hem like we did with the sleeves. Fold the fabric over twice and sew along the fold. Continue folding and sewing all the way around the ruffle until you reach the starting point, then back tack. To gather the ruffle, use the same method as for the skirt. Select the longest stitch setting on the machine and sew a row of stitches as close to the edge as possible all the way around. Stop before you reach the starting point, don't back tack, and keep the threads long. To gather, pull on the bottom threads until the width of the ruffle matches the width of the skirt, then fasten the threads by wrapping them around a pin. Distribute the gathers evenly. Pin the right side of the ruffle to the right side of the skirt so that the right sides face each other. Remember to keep the longer sections in the front and back if you don't want the seams to show. Sew the ruffle to the skirt, starting at the side seam. When you reach the beginning of the seam, back tack to secure it. Check the seam to make sure the gathers drape nicely all around, then remove the gathering threads. Trim the seam allowance if the two sides are uneven. Sew the top and bottom together with a zigzag stitch to finish the raw edges. For a finishing touch, I'm going to add a few non-functional buttons to the placket to make it look a little more feminine. Sew the buttons to the buttonhole placket only so you can still button the top. And that's it, we're done. So here's the result. I always liked the idea of mixed prints, so I was happy to find these two shirts in the same colors, but with different prints. A few viewers had asked about how to make men's shirts bigger and how to combine two shirts, so hopefully this offers some ideas on how to do that as well. I also wanted to make something that was a little more size inclusive, so this dress is designed to fit multiple sizes. If you want it to be larger, you can use a larger men's shirt. The skirt and the sleeve ruffles are basically rectangles, so they can be made from leftover fabric or sheets or pillowcases instead of a second shirt, so I think this pattern is fairly versatile, and I hope it inspires you to try your own refashioning project. Thanks for watching, and happy upcycling!